Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Adele and I'm in the business of helping people get unstuck, heal and thrive in life. And I love doing that. I absolutely love doing that. On this channel, I talk around the two big areas that pretty much sum up our lives, the relationships and the resources. It has a lot to do with inner resources, the way we are made, because that dictates pretty much our lives and how we are gonna choose in life and how we are gonna run our lives. Of course, that is not completely up to us because there are other forces around that influence it. So today, actually, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about the reality in which we live now, this global pandemic that has affected everyone, how people are coping with this, and what would be a way to better navigate these times, these tumultuous waters of life. Somebody posted a poem, an account of how this pandemic has affected the world in a positive way, and it was talking about, of course, the ecology and how it's actually a break for the planet. And of course there were people that objected to this, especially those that lost someone loved and has been affected in a more adverse way, including financially, relationally, including job-wise. So thinking about that, I realized that actually this crisis caught different people in different places in their lives. Some that were in a good place, in more regards, are faring better, and some that were not quite prepared, of course, are hit harder. And here's the thing: the truth of life is that we are not always prepared about what's coming next. And that's probably why that's the main reason why people so much want to predict the future. They want to know what's ahead. They like to hear these forecast reports about how businesses are gonna go, how industries are gonna go. They want to know about their lives, what's awaiting them. That's why people go to psychics and the people that do these palm readings into the future to find out what's in store for them. And there was a time when I wish I knew for sure how life is gonna go and which decision is better. And I was praying and hoping for some divine guidance and asking and wish that somebody would tell me ahead, that God maybe would, all-knowing, will lead my path and tell me exactly what to do, and kind of spare me the decision making, because I was so terrified that what if I make a mistake, and what if I'm taking the wrong direction or the wrong path, and then things are not gonna run the way they could have perfectly run. Wow. Well, talking about pressure, if you think that way, there is a tremendous amount of pressure to get it right from the first time. And then when we don't get it right, we tend to beat ourselves up over, oh, I should have done that, oh, I should have better waited, or oh, I should have taken that offer, or oh, I should have held back on that, and so on. We forget to take life as it is and acknowledge a very important part of our lives. And that part is what has been called the valleys of our lives, or the dark moments, or the walls we hit in our life. See, it's a normal course of life for us to go through valleys. Somehow, especially in the Western society, we are taught or to think kind of in straight lines, like you go up and up and up to the top. We never talk about going in circles. And sometimes when you climb a mountain, it's not a straight line up. Sometimes there are downhill and then up, and then there are deeper valleys. And this is how our lives tend to run. And here is the most amazing truth: when we are in these valleys, that's when we learn our best lessons. That's when we clarify and crystallize our most cherished values. This is our life becomes clear, we become clear about what our lives are, we become clear about who we are and what this is about. And those are very important times. So if this crisis has caught you in a time when you are actually in a valley and it's already been kind of bad and you've already felt kind of stuck and things have not worked out the way you hoped and are not working the way you ever dreamed, and your life didn't turn out the way you thought, well, I have good news for you. You are exactly where you should be. Right now, in this moment, you are exactly where you should be. Just let that sink in. We forget to live fully in the now. We forget to live fully in the present moment. We always are either digging up the past, trying to understand what happened and why life turned out this way, or we look forward, always thinking about the future and what could be and what we could do. But even through this kind of crisis, often it's a reminder to us to just stop and think, pause and reflect on what's going on now. This is also known by the word of mindfulness, and the amazing thing, it's become such a prevalent thing now that is used in big fields such as medicine and education, psychology, and businesses. So that is something that will allow us to find our balance in life, that especially the inner balance, because then from that balanced, harmonious platform, we can think about what we can learn from the present moment, think about what we should let go of, and think about what we could do next. Yielding to the present moment and being fully alive in this moment as it is, taking it in as it is, and also noticing it in a non-judgmental way. And by that I don't mean not judging things, but really observing these judgments without judging it, if you understand. We judge without judging ourselves for thinking that way or for making the decision, just kind of observing life. So no matter where you are, remember, this too shall pass. In the words of the wise king, this too shall pass. It's something that sustains me, it's something that sustains many, it's something that has been even researched by now. In the previous video I talked about gratitude. Combined with gratitude for even the smallest things, for even the amazing capacity we have to recalibrate like this, that this brain that is a collection of cells is capable of even thinking and conceptualizing life in such terms. That is a miracle in itself. I hope you appreciate it. I fully appreciate it in myself and in every human being that I've seen and that are out there. Thank you for stopping by. Look forward to see you in the next post. Please subscribe to get it, and take care.